Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am going to explain you about the topic normal distribution from the subject of probability and statistics from the unit of some spatial probability distribution. First of all, what is normal distribution? Any continuous random variable x with its mean value mu and its variance equals to sigma will gives you the normal distribution if its probability function will follow this condition. Now what is the condition for this? Probability function will consider as f of x equals to 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi into e raised to minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square. In this equation, we have taken the value as mu means mean value, means its average value, and sigma means its variance. Sigma square is considered as variance, so sigma means it's under root of it, right? So if we are taking the value of x and mu, it will be always in between minus infinite to infinite, and the value of sigma will always greater than 0. Now this function is considered as the normal distribution if its graph will be look like this. Now this point is considered as its average value, means its mean value mu, and this point is considered as 0. So reference to 0, it has some mean or average value. So this type of distribution is considered as normal distribution. It will be a function of x, and this one is probability of x. So this kind of distribution is considered as normal distribution. Now there are some properties of normal distribution. The first property is it is a bell-shaped symmetrical curve around the coordinate x equals to mu. Now you can see that this one is bell-shaped curve. In this, it is symmetrical from this point, right? From this side or this side, it will be same. So it will be symmetrical to its mu value or mean value. So the first property is it is a bell-shaped symmetrical curve about the coordinate x equals to mu. All the three measures of the central tendency coincides. It means the value of mean, median or mode, it will gives you the same output. So if we are finding average value by any method, then it will remain same. The total area under the curve gives the total probability of the random variable x taking values in between minus infinite to infinite. So if we are finding the area under the curve, then it will gives you the probability of this random variable. So this property we will use in the examples. Now there are some important points of normal distribution. The first point is if we are not taking the mu value or average value, other than this, if we are taking any another point like z, then the value of z equals to x minus mu upon sigma, then it is also considered as normal random variable with mean is equals to 0 and standard deviation equals to 1. It is also known as standard normal distribution. So if we are taking other than the mean value, then it will gives you the output other than that point. So suppose if you were to find out, suppose if we are taking the mean value equals to 2, and if you want to find out the probability in between 0 to 3 or 0 to 1, then how are you finding? By using this property or this point, as we are taking mean value equals to 0 and standard deviation equals to 1. So this kind of curve is also considered as standard normal distribution. Now the second important point is if we are taking probability of x is less than x1, if its probability is less than 0.5, then the point x1 lies to the left of the x equals to mu, and the corresponding value of the standard normal variate will be negative. So what is the meaning of this? Suppose if I am taking the normal distribution like this, then suppose if we are taking from the center point as a 0, so probability of this part will be same as probability of this part, right? And the total probability, as you know that the total probability of any event equals to 1. So if we are dividing 1 into 2 parts, so probability of this part will consider as 0.5 and probability of this part will consider as 0.5, right? So we'll considering based on this. So if we're taking 0.5 less than probability of x which is less than 0.5 means this part, then it will consider as negative part, right? And it will be always left to this. You can see that if we're taking this as the center point means mean value, then we can say that this one is left part of it, and it will gives you the output as the negative. Same way, if we are taking the positive part or the value of probability greater than 0.5, then it will gives you always positive value and it will lies on the right side part, right? So the third point is, if we are taking probability of x is less than x1, its probability is greater than 0.5, then point x1 lies to the right of the x equals to mu and the corresponding value of standard normal variate will be positive. So we'll use these points in solution of some examples. So the first example is, what is the probability that a standard normal variate z will be, first condition is greater than 1.09, second condition is less than -1.65, third condition is lying in between -1 to 1.96, lying between 1.25 and 2.75. To solve this example, starting with drawing the graph of this distribution. Suppose if I am drawing the graph for this, suppose if I am drawing this one as standard normal distribution, which is mean value is on 0. This one is probability of z, which is with respect to z, right? Suppose if we are taking greater than 1.09. So suppose if I am taking this point as a 1.09, so we have to find out probability of this part greater than 1.09, right? So if I want to find out this part, how can we find out the probability of this thing? As you know that if we are finding the probability of whole distribution, so it will be found by finding the area of this curve. So if I am taking area of this curve, then its value equals to 1, because as you know that the total probability value equals to 1, right? So this curve is symmetrical to this 0 axis. So if I am taking symmetricity from the 0 axis, so 0.5 probability for this and 0.5 probability of this, right? So if I want to find the probability of z is greater than 1.09, so how will finding probability of z is greater than 1.09? How will finding this? It will be fine. Suppose if I am taking greater than 1.09 part, right? So how will finding this? We can find from this probability of this part, you know that probability of this part equals to 0.5, right? So 0.5 minus probability of this thing. So probability of z in between 0 to 1 point. So if I am taking this whole part from this, if I am subtracting this part, then we can find out this particular part, right? So if I want to find out this particular part, then we are taking whole part's probability is 0.5. From that we can remove this particular part to find out this part, right? So if I want to find out probability of this, then how will finding it? By using this z table. This one is standard z table. In this you have to find the probability of z in between 0 to 1.09, right? So this is, for that we have to find out probability of z is less than 1.09. So 1.09 means you can see that z equals to 1.0, and in this row we have to take 0.9, right? So 1.0 and 1.09, so it will gives you this particular value. So if we will put in this value here, then we can find out the probability of z, which is greater than 1.09, right? So value of it equals to 0.3621. So 0.5 minus 0.3621. So overall answer of it equals to 0.137. Similarly, you have to find out probability of less than minus 1.65, right? So we can't find the probability of negative term. So it, as you know that this one is symmetrical to this part, so negative value will be symmetrical to positive value. So suppose if we want to find out probability of z is less than minus 1.65, so you can see that this one is normal distribution, right? This point is minus 1.65 and we have to find probability of less than minus 1.65. So more negative value. So if we are taking symmetricity of this, then it will gives you this particular part, right? So for that we have to find out probability which is greater than 1.65. And as you know that if you want to find out this particular part, so similar to this, instead of this 1.09 I will take 1.65. So what will be the probability of this? Its value is 0.5 minus probability of z in between 0 to 1.65. Now I want to find out probability of z which is less than 1.65. It means we have to find out for 1.65 from this z table. So if I am finding from this z table, you can see that 1.65 means this one is 1.6. Right. And in this you have to take 0.5, means this particular part. So we have to take particular this value, right? So what is the value of it? 0.4505. If I am putting this value over here, then what is the value? 0.4505. 0.5 minus 0.4505 means its value is 0.0495. Similarly, we have to find out line between minus 1 and 1.96. So if I want to find out probability of x in between minus 1 and 1.96, then what will be the value of it? Its value is probability minus 1 to 0 and probability, because we are converting it into negative part and positive part. So the value of z in between 0 to 1.96. So if I am finding this value, then this value is considered as probability of z in between 0 to 1 and this probability is in between 0 to 1.96. Right. Now from z table, if I am finding this value, it will gives you the answer of 0.3413 and the answer of this equals to 0.4750. See, so if I am solving this term, then answer of it equals to 0.816. In this we had used from minus 1 to 1.96. So for this part we had find this probability. Now the next term is we want to find out probability in between 1.25 to 2.75. For this, if I am drawing the graph, then the graph will be like this. This one is 1.25 and this one is suppose 2.75. So we have to find out this particular part. So from the total part, we are removing a particular part, so it will give you this part. So for this, if we are taking the equation of it, then the probability of z in between 0 to 2.75 minus probability of z in between 0 to 1.25. From this, from 0 to 2.75, we will removing 0 to 1.25. So it will give you this particular part, right? So from this 0 to 2.75, we will removing this 0 to 1.25. So it will gives you this particular part. So it will gives you this part. So if I am finding the probability of this from this z table, then its value equals to 0.4970 minus probability of this, its value is 0.3944. So if I am finding the value of this, then the answer of it equals to 0.1026. So this way we can find out probability of any particular normal distribution. Now the next example is if x is normal variate with a mean of 30 and the standard deviation of y, find the probabilities that x is in between 26 to 40 and x is greater than or equals to 45. So suppose if I want to solve this example, how will solving this example? For that you had given the data as mean value equals to 30 and standard deviation equals to 5, right? Now we have to find out probability of x in between 26 to 40. So for that, starting with finding the value of z, what is the value of z? Z value is equals to x minus mu upon sigma. We will taking value of x is equals to 26. What is the value of x? X equals to 26 minus what is the value of mean? Mean equals to 30 divided by sigma means standard deviation. What is the value of standard deviation? Its value equals to 5. So if I am solving this, this one is minus 4 by 5 and value of it equals to minus 0.8. So for this we have to find out probability of minus 0.8 to, now if I am taking value of x equals to 40, then what is the value of z? So this particular part will convert, instead of x it will convert in the form of z. So this particular term will converting in the form of z because we had taken the value of z equals to x minus mu upon sigma. So what is the value of z? Z equals to, if we are taking x equals to 40, so the value is 40 minus mu means 30 divided by 5. 40 minus 30 means 10 divided by 5, its value equals to 2. So the value of z in between minus 0.8 to 2. So suppose if you want to find out this particular value, how will finding its value? Because we will converting the whole distribution into two parts. This one is negative part and this one is positive part, right? Negative and positive. So suppose if I am taking from minus 0.8 to 2, then we will taking summation of minus 0.2 0 and 0 to 2. So we will taking z in between minus 0.8 to 0 plus z in between 0 to 2, right? Now what is the value of minus 0.8 to 0? If we are using the symmetricity property, then its value equals to from 0 to 8. So this value will convert in the form of probability of z in between 0 to 0.8 plus this term. Now from this standard z table, we will finding the probability of this particular thing, right? So if we are finding its value, so we have to find out probability of z. It is less than 0.8. So we will solving this term 0.8 and 0. So we have to take this particular value 0.2881, right? So we will putting this value in this above equation. So what will be the next step? So if you want to find out probability of x in between 26 to 40, it is representing as probability of z in between 0 to 0.8 plus probability of z in between 0 to 2. Now if you will finding the value of this probability, as you know that its value is 0.2881, same way we will finding probability of z in between 0 to 2. So we have to check from the z table, we have to take value of 2. So if I am taking value of 2, its value equals to 0.477. So if I am finding this value, then its value equals to 0.765. So this way we can solve any example. Now third thing we have to find out is, we have to find out x is greater than or equals to 45, right? So if I want to find out probability of x which is greater than or equals to 5, so we have to take x equals to 45. So when I am taking x equals to 45, then the value of z equals to x minus mu upon sigma, right? What is value of x? X equals to 45. So if I am solving this term, its value equals to 3. So we have to find out probability of z which is greater than or equals to 3. So if I want to take this value, its value equals to 0.5. Z is greater than or equals to 3. So what is the meaning of this? This one is 3. So we have to find out greater than or equals to 3 means with this. So we will taking the whole range. From that we will removing this particular part to find out this part, right? So we will taking whole range as a 0.5 minus we will removing this particular part. So we will taking probability of z in between 0 to 3. Now if we are finding the value of z which is less than p from the z table, then its probability equals to 0.4987. So 0.5 minus this value, so it will give you the final answer is 0.001. So we can find out probability of any value of x, random variable x, by using this normal distribution. Thank you so much.